Today, we're going to explore a poem that makes a really simple request, but let's be honest, it's a request that feels almost impossible in our modern world. We're talking about Pablo Neruda's Keeping Quiet. It's the short, incredibly powerful invitation to do just one thing: pause. It's a call to stillness in a world that is always, always moving.
And here it is, the poem's central command. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. It's not a suggestion, is it? It's a direct instruction for all of us. This is our starting point for understanding what Neruda is asking, and maybe more importantly, why he's asking it. So, who's the person making this big request? It's Pablo Neruda, a Nobel Prize winner from Chile. Now, he was an absolute master at using simple, beautiful images to talk about huge ideas. One of his big goals was to create a sense of mutual understanding among people. That idea is totally central to this poem, so let's keep that in mind as we go. Okay, so let's break down this first part, the invitation itself. What exactly does Neruda mean by keeping still?
He's basically asking for a complete, universal timeout. He says, for once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Just think about that for a second. It's a pretty radical idea. A single moment where all human activity, all the noise, and all the rushing around just stops. And that, of course, leads us to the big question. Why? Why ask for this? What's so broken about our world of constant motion that the solution might just be a few seconds of complete and total silence?
Well, to answer that, we have to look at Neruda's diagnosis of our world. He sees this deep-seated problem, one that we are often way too busy to even notice.
And here's the heart of the problem. Neruda identifies a collective sadness that he says comes from never understanding ourselves. We're so focused on doing, on achieving, on just moving, that we lose touch with our own core. This endless motion, he suggests, is how we threaten ourselves with a kind of living death. You see, this lack of self-understanding doesn't just hurt us as individuals. It spills out into the world in the most destructive ways. Neruda points to those who wage green wars, wars against nature, and wars against each other, with gas and fire, all while chasing these victories where there are no survivors. This is the ultimate tragic result of our mindless activity. He captures the personal cost of this with one simple, perfect image: the man gathering salt, who, in his work, doesn't even stop to look at his hurt hands. It's a perfect metaphor for how our frantic pace makes us completely blind to the pain we inflict, both on ourselves and on everyone else. But okay, after diagnosing the problem, Neruda offers this beautiful, hopeful vision of what this moment of stillness could actually create. Just imagine it. He calls it an exotic moment. And the word exotic here just means something strange, unusual, something totally new. A world without the constant hum of engines, without the frantic rush. And in that quiet, we would suddenly see each other, not as competitors or strangers, but just as fellow human beings sharing a sudden strangeness. And in that shared strangeness, that one moment of unity, we might finally get what Neruda hoped for: a real feeling of mutual understanding. All the barriers we build, language, nationality, ideology, they could just dissolve, if only for a second, in this shared, silent humanity. Now, it's really easy to hear all this talk about stillness and mistake it for something else entirely. Neruda knew this, which is why he makes a very, very crucial clarification. Yeah, he is absolutely clear on this point. This stillness isn't about laziness or passivity. He writes, life is what it is about, and then forcefully rejects any connection to death by saying, I want no truck with death. So he's not telling us to give up on life, he's telling us how to live it more deeply. So what he's asking for isn't total inactivity, it's quiet introspection. He's not advocating for death, but for a greater self-awareness that actually enriches life. The real goal is a productive stillness, a pause that allows for reflection and understanding, not just, complete idleness. And to make this final point, Neruda turns to the greatest teacher of all, the natural world itself. He uses the earth as the perfect metaphor. I mean, think about winter. The trees are bare, the ground is hard, everything seems dead. It's a period of deep stillness. But we all know that beneath that quiet surface, life is just getting ready for a big comeback. The seeds are just waiting. So this apparent stillness, it isn't an end. It's a totally necessary phase for life to gather its strength. What looks like inactivity is actually a period of profound, silent preparation for everything that's about to happen. And that's really the final lesson here. That moment of quiet introspection is our winter. It's the pause that lets us understand ourselves, to finally heal our hurt hands, and to re-engage with the world not from a place of frantic habit, but with real purpose and connection. And so Neruda ends the poem just as he began, leaving the invitation with us. He says, "Now I'll count up to 12, and you keep quiet, and I will go." It's like he's done his part, and now it's up to us. He leaves us with this one simple but incredibly powerful question to carry into our own lives.